Alright, hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here, and today I've got another wrestling review for you guys. So it's been a little while since I've done one of these, but I am back with them. And today we are looking at the Hardys versus MNM at ECW slash WWE slash WWE CW December to Dismember 2006. So, as always, I am not professional wrestling reviewer, and not professional wrestling analyst. Just a man who enjoys a good time, and I had a pretty decent time watching this match. Now, no, the Hardys versus Eminem at December to Dismember 2006, which this match is arguably the best match of the night on that card, which isn't saying much because this is considered one of, if not the absolute worst pay per view in WWE history. This pay per view, who is regarded as absolutely terrible. And this is the opening match, so it doesn't get much better than this. And this match was like, it wasn't like a barn burner. They put on a pretty good match. All three men were, all four men, I should say, were capable of putting on a really good match here. It's just that they had the best match on the worst card. It only went downhill from here, and this was only, and this was, and the part of the reason for that is that this match was only one of two matches that were announced ahead of time. The rest were impromptu, so they can fill up the pay per view card. Or they had a whole bunch of filler on here. None of it good. Not even the main event was good, which the main event was the Extreme Elimination Chamber, or which on paper that is a fantastic match. I'd argue. Elimination Chamber, which is already brutal enough, but with weapons that you can have that each wrestler has in their pod, and then you bring it out. How do you ruin that? How do you mess that up? Yet they found a way to mess that up. But you know what? I might want to review bad matches on here too, so I may look at that match later on. But this match, I mainly chose for a couple reasons. For starters, I like the Hardy Boys and I like Eminem. Also, I've yet to review a tag team match in me doing these reviews, although I probably should have picked a better one than this. But the ones I really want to look at, I can't quite look at yet because those I want to look at like together because they clump together in a sort of, I guess, trilogy. But yeah, so this was the only good match on this card, and that's not saying much. It's like it's less of like the only good match, or it's less like the best match on the card, and more like the match that sucked the least. It didn't suck as much as the other ones, which the other matches really sucked. But nevertheless, I've ragged on the pay per view card as a whole. Let's actually talk about this match. So, for starters, and you kind of already know how this works. I'm going to talk about what I liked, what I didn't like about the match, and everything. What I liked is that there was good back and forth. Both teams had a lot of good double teams, and both teams very athletic, so they're able to work well with each other. Both teams have kind of like a high flying style. And the Hardy Boys definitely the innovators of that, even though Matt switched more to like a ground based, no pun intended, mat based style. And I wonder if he actually used that as a catchphrase. That would be a perfect catchphrase, actual mat style. Because he's sensei of attitude and everything. That wouldn't have been perfect. It would have gone along well with his heel gimmick had he actually used it. But yeah, so the Matt Hardy using a more like Matt ground based style. Jeff still doing a lot of the high flying and everything. And meanwhile, Eminem has some ground based, some high flying, good double teaming, and of course because of the heels, they do some good cheating and everything. And so I think those styles working together made for a pretty good match. There was good back and forth, some good energy and everything, and some good stuff throughout. Uh, the one thing that I will say about this match is that they tried, and the thing is, like, even though it was like an okay match, they really didn't have to work hard for this to be the best match of the night. But you can tell they actually tried. They actually tried to make the audience care. They tried to put some effort into it. To try to like save this match. Sadly, while the match itself was okay, it was good for the most part. Not enough to save this pay per view. Sorry guys, but they did at least have some good back and forth and everything. A few false finishes where you thought it would be over, but they still kept it going and they put on an okay match. What I didn't really like about it, it feels like the crowd was kind of dead for some of it, and so at least sometimes the crowd is not like the announcers, where the announcers you couldn't really care less. Oftentimes, the crowd not really being into a match can dampen it because otherwise it's just silence and there's nobody really making any noise, and it kind of looks really really awkward. No, but nevertheless, I feel like the crowd got kind of tired, but they still woke up for a good. This match had the crowd interest about a good maybe 80% of the time, which is a lot more than the other matches. But the other thing is the commentary, which I've mentioned before how the commentary is like at worst, or sorry, at best, they're like a non-factor, and sometimes they actually contribute quite a bit to the match. But at worst, they are very annoying and very abhorrent. This one was kind of in the middle a little bit. It was Taz and Joey Styles, which I believe they called the entire night, which makes sense. They're the voices of ECW and everything, especially Joey Styles, as like the quintessential voice of ECW. But kind of weird in this match. There was quite a bit of bickering between the two. Who Taz was saying some weird stuff, which is traditional for Taz on commentary, even nowadays in AEW. But it was a little weird. It was kind of funny, but a little weird. And the other thing is Melina. Her constant screaming. Oh my god. Wow, it got annoying. Thankfully, I was able to watch it on my laptop through the Peacock, the W Network, or on a Peacock, but so I could like turn it down if it got too egregious. But I can't imagine being there live, and she screamed like a lot in this match. Now, it's kind of like to hype up her team and also kind of distract the enemy team and everything. In this case, the Hardy Boys, which they refer to as Team Extreme, even though Team Extreme usually had Lita in it. When it wasn't Lita, it was just them. It was the Hardy Boys. But when it was Lita, it was Team Extreme. But they were still called Team Extreme here, and I think they were called that by commentary as well. So I guess they are Team Extreme for this one, even though Lita, I believe, is gone from WWE by this point in 2006. But yeah, so Melina's constant screaming was pretty annoying. But otherwise, it was like an okay match. Like I said, they didn't have to work hard for it to be match of the night. They could have. This match could have been like could have been like 2 minutes. It's everything we saw in just like a 2 minute package, and it probably would have still been match of the night. And a lot of these matches that they had on this night were like squash matches. So thankfully they put us out of our misery early. But otherwise, yeah, pretty rough show, but at least we got an okay match out of this. But nevertheless, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video and my review of it, please do me a favor, like this video, comment below your thoughts on not only the match, but and not only the not commentary, not only the pay-per-view, if you've seen it, but also my review of this match. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your friends. Turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video, so you can see it as soon as it drops. And I will see you guys later. Peace.